Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we go behind the scenes at a very busy bakery, the IGA in Struthers, and I prepared lemon squares. You will love them. But first, a relaxing boat ride on West Branch Lake. Rentals are available. Who knew? Well, I'm out here at the West Branch Marina, and I learned something just yesterday that I had no idea, that you could actually rent boats out here.
Yep, absolutely.
And Zach is the manager here. I could rent pontoon. What else?
Pontoons, jet skis, kayaks, fishing boats, ski boats, pretty much anything you can think of, we rent.
And that includes everything, like the life jackets.
Life jackets, water sports equipment, your wakeboards, tubes, skis, all your safety equipment's included. You come out here, we get the paperwork with you, do your testing, and you're on the lake.
I don't have to have a boat license, right?
If you're born before January 1st, 1982, you do not need a license. If you are born after that date, you either have to have a boating license or you have to pass a 10-question rental exam we offer here at the marina. We give you all the information to study, and then you have to pass that test to be able to drive by Ohio laws.
You know, I already passed the test. I, studied before I came, and you're going to take me out. We're going to go out on a pontoon.
Absolutely.
And that's what you do with everybody, give them instructions.
Yep, we'll go down there, I'll run you through operation instructions, show you all your safety equipment, make sure you know how to use all the safety equipment.
What do I need to worry about?
First thing, you need to know how to start the boat. So to start the boat, it has to be in neutral. It's going to lock right here in the middle in neutral. You're going to have forward, reverse, neutral. So right where it locks in the middle, that's going to be your neutral. From there, you need to make sure your kill switch is plugged in, which you're good. From there, all you're gonna do is turn the key, and it'll turn right on for you. Wow. All right. Next thing we'll go over is all the safety equipment you're gonna have on board to be legal in the state of Ohio. The first thing you're gonna need are gonna be your life jackets. One for every person that's gonna be on board.
And they're stored on the boat?
They're on the boat already for you.
Okay.
So right in here, you're gonna have all of your jackets.
Okay, I better put mine on.
Absolutely.
Safety first.
These ones are nice, universal. They fit people from your size all the way up to my size.
So everybody has to wear one when they leave this dock?
Don't have to wear it if you're over the age of 14, which is our rules. They just have to be on board for everybody.
Okay.
Next piece of safety equipment you have to have is a throwable device. So this is just extra flotation for the boat. If somebody falls off, doesn't have a jacket on, you're able to throw this out, gives them a little bit more flotation.
Okay.
And then the last thing we have to worry about is a fire extinguisher. Right back here is your fire extinguisher. All you're gonna do is pull out that red tab, squeeze down with your thumb, all the nice stuff will come out of there. All boats that we rent also have to have either a horn or a whistle on board. So with this one, when the key's on, all we're gonna do is flip the horn and it's gonna sound for you.
And then how big is this lake?
This lake is 2,600 water acres.
So this is...
It's a nice sized lake. From the far east point where the dam is to the far west point is right around 6 miles. Some of that's inaccessible at times, just with water level, stuff like that. But if you're talking about the actual length of the lake, that's about how long it is. Right now you are free. What I'm gonna do is basically instruct you when to turn the wheel, where to turn the wheel, and when to shift. Okay. So right now, if you wanna turn the wheel all the way to your left, go until you can't go anymore.
Okay.
All right. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly shift into reverse. And what I'm gonna do is actually spin the boat around for you.
Okay. You're gonna jump on?
I'll jump on. All right, now all you're gonna do is turn the wheel to your right.
All right.
And put it into forward gear, real slow.
Real slow, because this is a no-wake zone.
Exactly.
So in keeping up all the beach area and the boat ramps where you can see right here a boat goes in, that you must have a pretty big crew that works between here, Milton. How does that work?
What happens is here at West Branch we have a staff of about 15 maintenance staff, along with our camp attendant staff as well. And then over at Milton we're just about the same. We don't have camp attendant staff there, it's just mainly maintenance because it's a day use park. But we do work together You know, we usually go through and do routine maintenance on the docks, go and check the boat ramps, make sure that, you know, obviously that they're operable for different customers to come out and use them. You know, from time to time throughout the year, you might run into a few minor things.
When it is cold enough, because there is good fishing here, right? There's, what do you say, muskie?
Muskie is one of the biggest.
Do you get ice fishermen?
Oh yes, all the time, especially in the wintertime when the lake freezes over. We get a good crowd of folks that do ice fishing.
You do,
Yep.
and who determines that it's safe enough? I've done that, and I'll tell you, it's pretty cool, but it's pretty scary.
Yes, it
You
can
never
be.
know, right?
Yes, yes. So we don't have like a standard that says, hey, you know, you can go out on the lake. It's really at the fisherman's discretion. But usually we try to look for at least 4 inches thickness of ice. So
Yeah.
this is typical standard.
So unlike Lake Milton, because they were grandfathered in, there is no housing or residence.
So one of the unique things about this lake, it is a United States Army Corps of Engineers. They run this as well, so it's designated for a flood control reservoir. So not only does it have the dual purpose of being able to provide recreation, but it also helps with downstream needs with the Ohio Mahoning River.
How many visitors do you estimate that visit West Branch?
Well, on an annual basis, that's a good number. I tell you what, well, just recently with this past eclipse, we had close to 6,000 people here. Wow. Yeah, so if you think about it on an annual basis, I wouldn't be surprised if it's, you know, close to 20,000 people throughout the year. Our campgrounds, they stay fully booked as soon as summer hits, from Memorial Day to October 31st. We're booked
So
up just
you
about
have
every
to
week.
pre-book all those. You
Oh, yeah.
never can just
Yep.
drive in and say, I need a...
Yeah, no, usually they're booked up 6 months in advance is the soonest you're able to book it. So, you know, we're looking at, you know, trying to do some more renovations throughout the campground, adding possibly an archery range here shortly for some more activities for campers to do while they're here. We have a naturalist who does programs every weekend just about from starting in April. Sometimes it goes on through the whole winter. It just kind of depends what's going on. But folks are able to kind of see what's happening in the park if they go to the website, or if they're at their camp store. We usually leave them posted throughout the season. So yeah, lots to do around here.
Now, is there a nude beach out here at West Branch?
I don't think the state allows. At your discretion.
Yeah.
Great. Wow! Ahoy! You didn't feel unsafe at any time, in danger, did you?
We are a certified Ohio Clean Marina. We actually just did recertification last week to bump us up to the highest level, which is platinum status.
And what does that mean?
We practice and we teach the best boating practices for environmental policies, whether it be invasive species, prevention, anything to do with how to maintain your boat to where you're not getting oils, gas, anything like that into the lake.
Platinum level. So nothing is keeping you off the lake?
No, it's real easy. You can make a reservation online at our website, westbranchmarina.com. It's real easy to come out and rent and enjoy a good day on the water.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely.
Take off with the Casey Malone Show. Woohoo!
Last year, 115 local people took their own lives, with the majority of those individuals being men.
You can help someone who is feeling suicidal by listening without judging them.
Understand that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help.
If you think that life is better without you, or that you can't go on one more day, please give yourself more time, because life is better with you in it.
If you or somebody you know is struggling, call or text 988 today.
For over 75 years, Kamara Jewelers has been the destination for quality jewelry. Our collection has a piece for everyone, in every occasion. Whether you're starting a new chapter, celebrating a milestone, or showing appreciation for the special people in your life, you can find a piece that reflects your love. At Kamara, we're about timelessness. Our jewelry isn't just for special occasions, it's for everyday moments that deserve a touch of elegance.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
We are getting close. Scaba Camp is almost here. A year-round destination for adults with disabilities and their families to get away, close to home. Accessible to all, with no barriers. Donate now to GABA Camp. Help others to enjoy this unique recreational destination for adults with disabilities and their families to enjoy an accessible camping experience. Donate to GABA Camp. Giving is living.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Well, I'm really excited to share this recipe with you. It is very few ingredients, comes together quickly, and the payoff is delicious. Tart, lemons, not a lot of sugar. I really think you're going to enjoy this. I call them lemon squares because I always cut them into little 2-inch squares, but you can also make them into lemon bars if you choose. But this is really a good recipe any time of year. And we are going to make some lemon squares. For this recipe, we'll start with the crust. You'll need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 stick of unsalted butter, melted and cooled. For the filling, you'll need 2 large eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, zest and juice from 2 lemons, and powdered sugar and flaky sea salt for garnish. Well, let's start with the crust. So it's an 8-inch pan, and I sprayed it before I put the parchment, and then I'm going to just spray it again just to make sure nothing sticks. Okay, so we'll put this aside, and then I have the flour, and then I have the cooled butter. It's still melted, but it's cool, so it'll be just a little bit easier to work with. And then I'll just put the sugar and the salt. And you just stir this together, and it really comes together easily, and it makes a nice dough. Oh, don't forget to put your oven on 350 degrees and put the rack in the middle. All right, so we got this all mixed up. Make sure we get all the flour and sugar and mix it together. Put it right here in the center of the pan. And then all you're gonna do is just press it, and you don't have to go up the sides or anything, you just need the crust on the bottom. Nice, flat, lined along the bottom. Now I'm going to put the crust into the oven, 20 to 25 minutes. Every oven is different, so start watching it at about 20 minutes. You just want light brown along the sides of the crust. So while we are baking the crust, let's get the filling going. So we've got 2 eggs, and all we're gonna do is, beat them until they're combined. Just about 30 seconds. And we're just gonna put in all the rest of the ingredients. The sugar, the baking powder. We need that to let it rise. Now this is the juice from 2 lemons. Oh, and this is what really makes this really nice and tart. The zest from the 2 lemons. Smells good already. So now this we're gonna put on medium-high, and we are gonna beat this about 3 minutes until it's nice and frothy. Well, it's really a lot lighter, frothy, I guess is what we're looking for. And now we have this ready to go. As soon as we get the crust out of the oven, we're gonna pour it right back in, and it goes right back in the oven. We don't have to wait for the crust to cool. Well, we just got this out of the oven. See how pretty it is? See how just a light brown around the edges. Beautiful crust made by myself here. And then I like the overhang because eventually when they're all cooled and everything's ready, it's easy to just pull them out, cut them, and you're done. Now, you don't have to wait for this to cool. we're gonna put this mixture, little sizzle, I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, we're gonna put that right on top. It's gonna go right back in the oven for about 25 minutes and it will set and it'll be ready to go, and then we'll have to chill it for a while, but that's all you have to do. And then you just have to wait for it all to set up. See how nice this is? It's perfectly done. The edges have set up. And now here's the hard part. You've got to let this cool on your counter for about an hour or so. And once it's cooled, wrap it up with some saran and put it in your fridge. Minimum of 4 hours, preferably overnight. But let me tell you, when they're chilled and they're so much easier to slice and they are well worth the wait. But of course, I'm not gonna make you wait that long. So, by the magic of television, you don't have to wait to see how they came out. I made a batch last night. See how easily they lift right out of the pan. Oh, looky here. This was a full pan. You know what happened? I think it was Ken. I think somebody went into my stash last night and helped himself to some lemon squares. So I have about half a pan left. So here's what I'm gonna do. I cut them about 2-inch squares. So we go like this, and then we go like this, because they really have a nice little punch with the fresh lemon, you know, the zest and the nice lemon juice, all nice and fresh. So those are our squares. They store nicely. And then we're just gonna sprinkle them with a little bit of salt, so we get a little salt and sweet, and then just a tad bit of powdered sugar. You just sprinkle it on, and that's it. It was worth the wait to let them fridge and let them cool. So let's see how I did. Oh, I know I'm gonna love this. I just know it. Crust and everything, made by yours truly. Tart, not too sweet, really lemony, just so refreshing. And it's just a nice little bite, and you saw how easy it is. So I suggest you make this a million times, because this is really easy. Lemon squares. Go to my website, kcmaloneshow.com, and you'll find this recipe, and you will be making this time and time again. Cheers.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank, and that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too, and Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank, rock solid.
Locally owned, Hurricane Health and Wellness will help you weather the storm of your weight loss struggles. Safe and discreet, our experienced telemed team will prescribe the proper weight loss medication. Powerful weight loss solutions. Hurricane Health and Wellness.
Well, I'm here at the Struthers IGA, and I absolutely love the cake decorating area. I order my cakes from here. They're always made from scratch. Sue Runyon, the assistant manager here at the bakery, has agreed to let us tour what goes on back here. But this is what I really love. I love that you have all, these people on display decorating the cakes, because I really think it's an art. How did you learn how to decorate cakes?
And just really on the job. I learned. That was my very first job. It was at an IGA when I was 16. It was right down the street from my house in Salem. That store has since closed, and I've worked at a bunch of different places, but I've been here the longest. This feels like my second home.
Do you train these girls? They're so good. Or do they come in here kind of knowing what to do?
Some of them come knowing what to do, and some of them need a little help. We also have sip and paints, where if anybody wants to come in and decorate a cake, we do.
You have classes?
Yes, sort of like a class. It's like a sip and paint, only instead of painting on a canvas, you decorate a cake.
It's a great idea.
We sell out every time. It's a lot of fun.
Now let's do a comparison. All right, there's mine. Sue's gonna win this contest, and I love it.
But it's gonna taste good, and
It
it's
is
fun
gonna
to do.
taste good. So there you go, and I'm gonna take those classes. You do them at Christmas time, huh?
We do Christmas. Next one's gonna be at Easter. We haven't quite figured details out yet, but we'll do Easter. We'll do.
And you just line them up and let everybody learn.
We have a little area up in the front of the store. Everybody gets a glass of wine, some cookies to decorate, and then a cake. And there's a sample, and then we just do step-by-step instructions.
So what do we have here? Those look really good.
These are our pillows. We have them in the case all the time.
Now that's a different kind of dough.
This is our puff pastry dough. It's not the same as the cream puffs.
Right, so it's really light and flaky.
Flaky, yes.
And what do you fill them with?
We have lots of different fillings. Right now I'm going to do the lemon. We have lemon, we have custard, chocolate custard, cherry, strawberry.
What kind of powdered sugar? Is that like a commercial bakery? Oh, donut sugar. Did not even know there was a variation. And then what are these sticks right here?
It's the same puff pastry. It's our nut filling that we use in our kolache.
Right.
We take them out of we bake them here. We take them out of the oven. We glaze them when they're warm, and then after they cool, we drizzle them with maple icing. 8 gallons of water, so 64 pounds of water, a bag of yeast, and then a base that we use.
And then what's the yield? How many loaves of bread do you get out
About
of that?
140 loaves.
And how many times do you fill that?
It depends on the day. On average, I'd say we make 5 mixes of the Italian bread a day.
So you got the dough done.
Yes.
And then it goes into here.
Yes, this is our divider. It measures it out in the right size loaves. It goes through here. It comes back up into a ball, and then we have it here on the racks. You take them on here, and then it's going to go in the sheeter and make it into a loaf.
And then you just roll this rack right into the oven.
Actually, no, it needs to go. We do it we put it in the cooler, and then the next day it kind of like ages a little in the cooler. It develops some flavor. Then we put it in the proof box, and it's in the proof box for probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It really depends on the weather.
The next day.
Yes, the next morning, the first thing we do is we load the proof box with the bread, the rolls, Danish items like the bear claws and the Danish and things, the mini croissants that go in the case, our pepperoni rolls, hot pepper rolls, all that stuff, the variety breads. Put all that stuff in, of course, donuts, the puchki now. Put everything in the proof box. Well, as much as it'll fit, and we kind of rotate it out.
Box?
Absolutely.
I mean, my gosh.
Right now, but
well, no, it's got to be ginormous.
It's pretty big.
That's
yeah.
a lot of proofing you're doing
yes,
in there.
Yes, it is.
Because it's not just for this store. You are doing the
Right.
Save-A-Lots
Yes,
as well.
we do a lot of the local Save-A-Lots. There's 7 Save-A-Lots in the area that we service.
People already want their Easter bread, and we're weeks away.
We go through about 100 loaves a day right now. Right now, and then the week of Easter, I'll probably go through 2,000 or 3,000 loaves. To where I won't even count because all I do is mix and mix and mix more.
And they just sell.
We get about 80 loaves per batch, and I would say on Good Friday we make 12 batches, and that's just to cover orders. On Holy Saturday, 6 to 8 batches. It's just crazy.
And whose recipes are you using for your breads? And, because these people are familiar with this, so where do you draw your recipes from?
Me and Herb been baking for about 35 years, And over the years, we've accumulated recipes, and we only keep the good ones that we like. And we try and keep everything authentic to the region, like your Easter bread is an Italian thing.
Right.
So we make sure we have a nice Italian recipe.
Yep, up with your palms, back with your fingers.
And push down hard. Don't be afraid. It's only dough. Push down hard, and there you go.
Yeah.
And make your hand into a cup, kind of.
Rounded, rounded on the sides. All right, very good.
Does that look right?
That looks good. Okay.
Are you always looking for more help?
Absolutely. Always can use more help, especially around holiday time. It's just our product varies based on the season.
Right.
And of course, we do extra things for holidays.
And you like it a little more rustic like this,
Yes.
where it gets a little more crusty.
And then when it raises, it gets a little bit. It's more uniform on top after it raises. It's still pretty bumpy.
That's good though. It shows that it's,
Yes.
you know, made homemade. They take up a whole section of the store, and you can see why. They're busy with all the decorating. They've got this case filled with pastries and cakes, and I don't even know how you guys get this done in 24 hours.
We have a lot of good help. We have good, really good quality people that will step up regardless of what we do, what we ask them. They're just good people. We're very fortunate.
The breads and the cakes, everything is made from scratch and with love. And you and Ron and all these employees, really, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for coming
much.
out. We appreciate it.
I loved it. I love my lesson, and I will be back.
Absolutely.
For the sip and decorate.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
coming back for that.
You can come back and do Easter bread anytime.
I will come back, and don't forget, I'm going to be here Christmas part-time work. So come on and see me. I'll be decorating cakes.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.